Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Let's Play Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. We are continuing on to getting to the bottom of our investigation here at the Kew Gardens. I'm just making sure that I've gone to everywhere. I've been to the nursery, I've been to the seed house, I saw the ventilation system, dry topics, colonial section, palm... Did I go into the palm house? I don't think I've gone to the palm house, did I? I'm gonna double check just to make sure. I don't remember going to the palm house. Here. Because that takes me to... Oh, yeah. This is the palm house. Yeah, this is the palm house. Okay, never mind. I have been here. Okay, let us continue chatting with people. Miss White. Oh, the office door. Oh, we haven't been in here yet, have we? Oh. I'm not really sure. Oh. If you write this as part, your progress will not be saved. Exit anyway? No. I don't get it. How do I know what the combination is? Ah. Ah. Okay, now I get it. It's an interesting lock. Not very secure. Trial and error. 2, 2, 3. I'm not a big fan of trial and error. 2. Oh, that was supposed to be 3. 2, 2, 3. Does this have to be symmetrical? 1, 2, 3. 4 is my guess. It's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my guess. 4. 1. Oh, it's not a pattern. It's not symmetrical. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. It's 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is going to be 5, is my guess. Unless you're trolling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Director safe. My dear friend, lawyers help. Please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Great. The tone of this letter took a short, quick turn. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plants. Our duty is to protect such species, and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. The Divine Syndicate, of whom you speak of, yeah, the Divine, that's the symbol that we saw outside. The Divine Syndicate, of whom you speak, have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. Oh yes, that's right, the case of June 14th. So I must respectfully ask you to once again to notarize the permissions of these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. See you in Poodles on Tuesday as always. Montague Dunn. Letter of a complaint. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you, for the last time, for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie we need not tolerate that was reported in the press as the case of June 14th, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent, but be very sure that we shall never abandon your family members. We trusted you, and regret having done so. The Divine Syndicate. Wow. The Divine Syndicate. Huh.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
The debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague's Dunn. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street. An educational scholarship at London University. Credits opened at Hamilton. Radigan House, tailors, and at Baird Sons luxury jewelers. Wow. Montague has been keeping track of all of the money that he's been giving to Miss Margaret White, and I have a feeling she thought that this was all a gift, you know, her personal sugar daddy, but apparently he's been keeping tabs on her personal loan, which I don't think she necessarily thinks is a personal loan. A member of the Divine Syndicate pressed a complaint against Kew Gardens and mentioned an old case that had been published in the newspapers as the case of June 14th, 1889. We're going to have to find out what that case was about. Martin Hamish is eager to become... Hamish's anger. Martin Hamish hated Montague Dunn, a man who believed that little work would receive all the praise for the success of Kew Gardens. Hamish's motive. Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his family's father's lives had been ruined by Dunn, who had taken the credit for all of their work. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that that would not be possible with Dunn still alive. Of course. Miss Margaret White studies. The money that Montague Dunn regularly gave to Miss White far exceeds the needs of a student. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent upon Montague Dunn's wealth. Yes, that's where she's got all her money from. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's keep looking around for clues. Director's desk.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
The Times, new plant species. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. I'm wondering if this barley ends up being the murder weapon. What else is here? My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. Oh, as you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. Oh, the breakup. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Montague Dunn. So he cut the apron strings. Ooh. White's expulsion. Montague Dunn wanted to fire Miss White. Miss White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Montague Dunn was planning to release Miss White from her position at Kew Gardens. And that sounds like she would be very desperate. Desperate, she wouldn't want to go back after her parents basically, after what her parents said to her. She's a disappointment, and she would basically, if she was fired, that would basically prove her parents right. So how desperate would Miss White be? Champagne again.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
French wine, and there was French wine in the last case in Champagne and the case before that, so I'm not sure what the connection is there, but... Is there anything else?
What should we do next, Holmes?
We've got to do something back at Baker Street. Is this a photo
A
of...
photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Right, the father. The father of the Hamish, the other Hamish guy. Alright. Been spending most of our lives living in a Hamish paradise. Alright, so back to the... Have we been to this office already? I think we have. Yeah, we've been to this office. Right, right. And then the seed house. Yeah. What was through this? I'm trying to remember what was this through this door again. Oh, right. The personal effects. Yes, yes, yes. Watson. Now we want to go into the seed house. I think we're starting to wrap up getting all the clues to this mystery. The nursery. Seed house.
Kew Gardens is such an exciting place. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yes. I'm going to wipe that smile off of your perfect face, my dear, because I think you are the killer right now. I still think you're the killer. So we'll see. I'm going to continue more research before I make up my mind on that, though. The jury is still out, but I feel like the jury is starting to determine who they're going to incriminate or accuse. But I need to get some more research. And we need Toby's help. His nose. But we've got some archive stuff. Gosh, search rare plants botany. Stolen plants list. I don't see anything yet about plants. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
That is not the one I need.
Oh. I wanted to look at it though. Malaria spread, Uganda, death to... Really? Nothing? Encyclopedias, art and architecture. Economic services, technology, history, medicine, botany, exotic plants, volume 4, poisonous. These plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable. Dionea carnivorus, Carlinae inebriare, Florum diabolica, Prunus serotina, Chromalania odorata, Heliumophorus tepius, Bilbis, Genilcia violacea, Darlington, Crocus cephalatotus. Only the first three can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florum diabolica, but only under very specific conditions. The plant should react to the process of aggression, which will issue deadly spores. Florum diabolica, which is right there. Dionea carnivorus and Carlina inebriae. There we go. Prunus serenatoria. So all of these plants are poisonous. All of these plants, all of them are poisonous. Huh. However, Florum diabolica is the one that that gives off deadly spores. Very interesting.
Here it is.
I think we found it. Some of the plants that were stolen for the exhibition can prove fatal to humans. killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Theft and murder. Good job, Holmes. Search for the symbol on the broken pot. Research. Chemistry. The glyph means divine. Art and architecture. Economic service. Technology. Greek history. Roman history. Huh. Kew Gardens means divine. Medicine, history, technology, economic service, newspapers. Anything about the divine in the newspapers? Scandal at the Divine Syndicate. Right.
That is not the one I need.
No, but, Divine Syndicate. Chemistry. Poisons and toxins, wounds and injuries, criminalotics, martial arts, marks and symbols, the Divine Syndicate, there we go. The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration. The members of this syndicate worship Triwan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is.
Oh, money. Money.
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
And I saw the case of 1889. Scandalous at the Divine Syndicate. Scandal at Divine Syndicate Club. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the God King Triwan, situated in 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants and more particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. The leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which is given as its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party.
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
Of course. The Divine Syndicate. Broken symbol. This glyph means divine, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we've got this. Find the plants that are used to kill Mr. Montague Dunn. Find out who killed him. Use Toby. Right, I wanted to use Toby. Find out what the Divine Syndicate is concealing. I'm gonna pull out Toby. Toby!
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do.
Come on,
Let
Toby.
us go to Kew Gardens.
Let us be off before I go to the Divine Syndicate. I have to make sure I exhaust the things I can do at the Kew Gardens for the time being. Okay. We still have a lot to do. I don't think I'm gonna get to the conclusions in this episode, but possibly the next episode, depending on how much I need to do at the Divine Syndicate. And then we're gonna be in our last mystery. Ooh, so exciting. Are you excited, Toby? Are you excited? Doggy. Toby doggy. My hound. My faithful, loyal hound.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
Yes.
Search,
yes.
Toby. Search.
Do. I used my paw to open the door. You saw that symbol? Okay. I can't make Toby run. Is this leading towards Albert? No, it's not leading towards Albert. It's leading to this part of the... Aha. Aha. What do we have over here? Somebody used a roundabout way to get here. Chemicals that were buried.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Well, this is hidden a lot better than the bust. That's good. We have a little bit more competence here.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes.
Nice.
A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
I'm gonna have to do some research on this, I believe. Yes. Fetch Toby completed.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you very much, Tobster. Alright. Now that we've acquired this, let's go to the Divine Syndicate.
If I go there, Toby will wait for me in the cab.
That's very cool that they have the attention to detail of making sure that they're keeping track of where Toby is. You're not just leaving your poor dog at the gardens. I'm glad the developers did that. Made sure they included that attention to detail. Come along, Toby. You get to hang out with me a little bit longer. I feel I owe that to you anyway.
This place is beautiful, Holmes.
Whoa.
Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Whoa.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Very zen. Wow, I like this. The Divine Syndicate. This is very beautiful. I like this. I see that. My spidey senses are tingling.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Right.
A fragment of a flower pot.
What's buried over here? Aha, matches
the Kew Gardens symbol.
Aha. So they stole the plants. They stole the Kew Garden plants. But does that necessarily mean that they were in on the murder?
Locked.
It would seem so, considering how they have the plants, but we're gonna talk to them. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Watson, why aren't you hanging around? Why are you over there? You should enjoy the scenery. Be one with nature. Talk to the guru?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait?
I like this guy.
From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the
Now,
word.
Watson, don't judge.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself, I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
He talks like Yoda.
The Green Grand Mystic. Himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
Isn't Yoda
We are two
a
gentlemen
green
who are
mystic
extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Yoda the Green Grand Mystic or whatever he said? Wow.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration and Meditation.
That's a mouthful.
You may say, the Divine Syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
I don't think I necessarily want to earn the right to spermatitize into your vegetable garden, sir. I don't know if I want to do that. Do you know the Q guard? First of all, you know, can we do a profile? Profile, I forgot to do that. Tattoo. Acid burn, chemical practice. Interesting. Fingertip callus. Okay.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
He is Yoda. It's not the symbol. Aw, that's not fine.
Do you?
None. Not worthy there.
Kew Garden symbol?
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard.
Right.
How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Dump?
Done.
Dump.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
It is?
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet, you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
Exactly.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
I see. So, alright, well, they still... Ugh. I guess they stole back what was theirs. Yeah, I guess they stole back what was theirs, so it wasn't really stealing. They were just stealing back their property, I guess. They probably should have had the law take care of it, though, and not bring the law into their hands. Right, Holmes? Right. But, no, because when I was reading that letter, I remember reading the letter in the office, I think in Dunn's office, or Dump's office, about the Divine Syndicate saying you should return our daughters. You have imprisoned them. And I thought that they were actually talking to human daughters, like human females. That's what I thought originally, but now it makes sense. He was holding their plants, who they refer to as their sisters and daughters, and they wanted it back. So that does actually... I think he's telling the truth. I think he's telling the truth that the plants were stolen from them, so they had to get it back.
Green Grand Mystic.
Green Grand
We
Mystic.
are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
Whatever it takes.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Oh, that would be Triwan, the God King. Keys for the gardens.
Our God King's name is Triwan, Green Grand Mystic.
Triwan. I love that.
La, good. I like you. Here is the holy key
Really?
to the wisdom place.
Really?
Any donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Wow.
Raw sap, it is called.
Ooh.
It is near the entrance.
Raw sap. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of good. Raw sap slash...
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
Slash raw syrup. I like you, sir. I like you. But, wow, I accuse you of possibly murdering a guy, or at least accuse you of stealing stuff from... Oh, there's a cool crop circle. Stealing stuff, and you're like, here's the key. Here's the key to our holy ground. Have fun. That's not realistic at all.
Follow my path, and better you will fear.
Alright. Use the Divine Syndicate's key. Where's the sap? Where's the sap? I wanted to try some of the sap. Oh. Benefactors. Our members are altruistic angels. Lord D. Sherbrooke, attorney at London Court. Mr. F. Mackenzie, Chief Inspector of Military Customs. Mr. T. Stapleton. Mr. T became an architect. Good for him. Mrs. C.S. Spencer, wife of Lieutenant Colonel. J.G. Spencer, Lord J.G. Spencer, Lieutenant Colonel in the 2nd Coldstream Guard. Mrs. A. Leith, wife of Sir H. Pankenham, Jewelry of Royal Halls. Mr. W. Stubb, Deputy Mayor. Mrs. A. Alton, wife of J. Alton, Sir J. Alton, Director General. Mr. Y. Halkett, Police Commissioner.
The list of plant friends and benefactors, lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
Interesting. I'm going to have to end the video here, guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other.